Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ask Lukenessmonster, episode 17, the series on the channel, where I answer your guys' questions from the comments down below. So if you guys do want your questions answered in next week's video, comment down below on this week's video, and I will try my very best to answer them. And if you guys didn't know, I'm also doing a giveaway on the channel. At 500 subs, I'm giving away this Camino Clone Trooper. It is sealed and ready to ship at 500 subs. And we are actually about 50 subs away from 500, which is amazing. We gained about 150 here in the last 2 weeks, which is amazing. So I just want to thank you guys so much for that. And yeah, we're almost to that 500 mark. So if you guys aren't, please hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah. I'm also doing a giveaway at 1,000. I know this is quite a ways away again, but I was lucky enough to pick up a second ARC Trooper 3-pack at the Haspulse Con exclusive thing. So I also wanted to give that away at 1,000. So make sure you are subbed to the channel if you're new, because it really helps out, and you guys could win some really cool giveaways. So on to the first question. The first question from Joseph. He asks, what is your top favorite figures in the Black Series? Love your videos and keep up the great work. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. I actually did a video on my top 5 favorite already, so I would suggest you guys just go check that out. I'll link it in the description. But that actually has changed since I made that video, so I'll probably make an updated list towards the end of the year here once I get some more figures in the mail and everything like that. But as of right now, my new number 1 favorite figure is the carbonized Boba Fett. You can kind of see him in the top left corner right up there. But I just love Boba Fett. He's my favorite character in Star Wars, and the shiny carbonized version is no exception. So as of right now, it is the carbonized Boba Fett, but that might change as more Clone Wars figures come out, because if you guys didn't know, I love Fives just as a clone. So I'm hoping he comes out eventually, but we don't really know. Jay Prasad asks, hope this one isn't too dark, but when you die, will you give your Black Series collection to your possible future kids? So, maybe? I don't know. I probably wouldn't wait until I died to do that. Like, I wouldn't leave it in my will. If anything, I would sell them to pay for their college, or I would give them to them when they're old enough to actually respect a Black Series figure and not actually treat it like a toy, but more of a collectible. So I might wait until then to give them to it. If I'm not still doing YouTube by then, I don't know where I'll be in life then, because that is quite a ways away. But yeah, I don't really know. It's hard to tell, but I probably wouldn't leave it in my will like that. I'd probably end up giving them away before that or selling them. So, Claytron asks, which Clone Wars bounty hunters do you want to see in the Black Series? So, we already have Cad Bane, and I know there's a leaked Aura Singh. So, other than that, there's not a whole lot of Clone Troopers or not Clone Troopers, bounty hunters that we could get from the Clone Wars. I think the main one I'd love to see is I don't know his name, but it's what Obi-Wan disguises himself as once he fakes his death. I'd love to see him as just a Black Series figure, but there's so many other figures I'd want in the Black Series before him that I think it'd be very unlikely that he comes out. I definitely want a normal Clone Wars Anakin and Obi-Wan before that. I want a Fives and an Echo is the bare minimum I want before we get those. Tammy Boy says, Hasbro should mass produce clones. Yes, they should. CC Hyene Studios, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, asks, hi, do you think Hasbro will make more background clone commanders? I want Bakara. I'm sorry if I also pronounced Bakara wrong. But I hope so. I really don't know, though. I think that they're going to go with the more popular figures first, and once they make all of those, they'll probably start making some of the less known ones, but one thing you got to know in the Black Series, if they make a Clone Trooper, everybody's going to buy it. So I don't think that it would hurt them to make some more background ones, but I think it's unlikely, because if they haven't made a Fives yet, they're not going to make Bakara yet. So I think they're going to get all of this named 501st and all named, pretty much every single named clone like that before they get some of the lesser known ones. Joe asks, "Hey Lukenessmonster, I have a question. Why are some Black Series figures expensive than others? And you have a great channel." Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. And the real reason for Black Series figures getting expensive are one of two reasons. One, it's just a popular character and it's relevant in the media at the time. So like Clone Wars characters went up with season 7 of the Clone Wars. All the clone troopers went up in value. Um, with the Mandalorian coming out, the Mandalorian was super expensive in the aftermarket because he was popular. And that kind of leads into the other reason is if it's just hard to get, they go expensive because if a figure is in high demand but low, just just hard to get, they're going to be really expensive. So again, going back to the Mandalorian, the original release of the Mandalorian, I think it's number 94, was really hard to get. He was just sold out everywhere. You couldn't find him in stores really. So he was really expensive on the aftermarket. I think he was going upwards of $50 on eBay, and I was lucky enough to find one in a GameStop, but it was just really hard to find, and that's why some of the figures are more expensive than others. And it also depends like how long they've been out. So like obviously some of the older figures that have been out for 5 years now are really expensive because they haven't been made in 5 years, and you can't really find them anywhere anymore. So that's the main reasons why some are more expensive than others, but there's also a lot of factors that go into it. Just Call Me Barry asks, do you think re-releasing the prototype Boba Fett would be a good or bad decision? I don't see why it'd be a bad decision. I know Hasbro re-releases figures all the time, so there's no reason why they couldn't. The only thing that would really be like not necessarily bad for it, but wouldn't make any sense is it's one of the cheaper figures that on like the aftermarket. I believe he goes for about $30 on the aftermarket, which is relatively cheap for some of these older figures like that. So I don't. I mean, I could see them re-releasing it because there's no reason why they wouldn't. But there's just I feel like if you want to go ahead and buy it on the aftermarket because I think $30 is a pretty reasonable price for it. And but again, if they're re-releasing figures, I think they need to re-release all the really expensive ones that are hard to get and hard to find before they release one like that. Like again, the Entertainment Earth 4-pack of clones, Commander Cody, which they are releasing in Archive 2021, which is pretty soon now, so I'm excited for that. Just stuff like that. I know General Grievous is really hard to get. Palpatine with the Throne, again, is also really hard to get. So, just re-releasing some of the more harder to find figures, just so more fans can get them. The next question asks, I want to see more clones and more pretty much from Legends and video games like Battlefront 2, 2005. I almost said 2015. It's 2005. But yeah, definitely. I would love more clone troopers in general, and definitely one from like the 2005 Battlefront I'd love to see. It's a 501st Jet Trooper with like the green visor. I think that'd be really cool, and definitely something we could see in the Gaming Greats line. I would love that, and I'd definitely buy it. I think it'd be a really, really hard to get figure as well because it's basically just a 501st Trooper with a green visor and a jetpack. So that's going to sell out. And another trooper I'd love to see in the Gaming Greats line is the normal 501st Jet Trooper from the Clone Wars and the 2017 Battlefront game. So, again, there's lots of stuff you could do with Clone Troopers and the Gaming Greats line, so please make it happen, Hasbro. Garfield asks, if you could visit any planet in Star Wars, where would you go? Honestly, I'd probably go to like a very beautiful planet just because it would be beautiful. And I don't know. I wouldn't want to go to like one of the desert planets or anything like that. I'd probably end up going to either Alderaan or Naboo just because of what we've seen of it have been just very beautiful and pretty. It'd be really cool to go there. So then the last question from Leonardo, he asks, can droids be Mandalorians? So I believe you're referring to like in the Mandalorian, can a droid be adopted as a foundling and then trained in the Mandalorian arts? So maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to say no, but there's no real answer for this. I don't see why it couldn't be, but I just don't think it's very likely. I don't think anybody would actually adopt a droid as a foundling, but again, it could happen. There's no reason why it couldn't, but I just think it's very, very unlikely. Yeah, that's all the questions we have time for today, so thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you can get entered into the 500 sub giveaway. And if you guys do want your questions commented or answered in next week's video, comment down below on this one. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.